Hello, my name is Neena Chatrath. I have a very fundamental question, a very simple question. I kind of partially believe in social media, not totally. I think given my age, etc., and the usage it has for me in my life. My question is, how do you marry a privacy conversation with social media? And secondly, I think we're developing a virtual world for the youngsters. I may have 1,000 friends, but I'm hard-pressed to find 2 friends, and you're having psychological issues amongst the youngsters. How do you get hold of that? While regulation is one big aspect, etc., these platforms are throwing open huge issues. While I understand what you say, that what's going on amongst the society is reflected on the social media and vice versa, we need to have some very fundamental answers.
So to be on social media, you're automatically surrendering a certain amount of privacy. But you also have some control over what you post. If you don't post about your personal life, then obviously you're not surrendering your personal life to the eyes of voyeurs. The problem is they can still post something about your personal life. That's up to them. But the fact is that then, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
No, which
So
is
there you have to have.
I just one quick question here, and I just want to rebuttal what you've said. The youngsters are living in a make-believe world. I could get away by not posting and my life is beautiful. They are under a tremendous amount of
peer pressure.
But
No, you're quite right about that. And that to this image boosting that they feel has to be done. They have to look perfect on Instagram. That is a problem. It's the equivalent, today's equivalent of the kids who are shamed for being fat in school and so on. Same thing, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry,
and I,
Vivek.
yeah,
Vivek
I
was
agree with you. I totally agree with you. See, but this is a human tendency all over the history of humanity. If you see, first we innovate, and then we figure out how to handle the ecology. Like you create a dam, build a dam first, and then we see what to do with the forests. Same thing has happened. This technology has erupted so fast, because I remember there used to be just one television channel when I was growing up, 2 newspapers, one Bata, one Corona. There were very few choices. Today we live in a world of choices. You live in an over-communicated society. And this is not all. The biotechnology and infotechnology is going to redesign human minds. You can't run away from that challenge. But the plus side is that look at this new generation of millennial, which we generally think don't know anything about the world. In fact, they know more about the outer worlds and things we never knew. So you have plus and minus. Even I have nobody has an answer. But right now, it's a challenging situation, and we also have to figure about the social ecology. We have to see how we manage that, and not kill it like we killed our forests.
These are the side effects of the pressure of success and development. There's so much pressure to succeed. There's so much pressure to develop. विकास के बहुत सारे side effects भी तो हैं. I'll give you, I will not name the institution because I don't want to bring them, but there's an institution in Bangalore which is a huge institution for management. Some 8,000-9,000 students were there when I was addressing. And I was surprised because the fees are high and it's a very high-end institution. I was surprised. I just asked, what is the percentage of students who really get placements? And they themselves admitted not more than about 8 or 9% of students. So what happens to the rest of the 90% of the students who do not get placed after investing so much time, money, energy? What happens to them? So they get consumed by the ordinary service industry, call centers, hotels, wherever. So for every successful amongst us, there are about 10, 15, who have to be consumed. Now society has not, designed itself to honor or to respect the failures. So each one of us is shouting, is screaming for attention, for success. And that will have, its side effect. we do need to educate our, youngsters that it's okay not to succeed. It's fine. We do need to say that. We do need to tell them all the time.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
I
Good
just want
morning.
to. I just want to come on the. I think Nina made a very beautiful point that privacy is also a self-generated and self-created boundary. But one, as you said, Mr. Arur, that people should know what to post. I also want everyone to be conscious that these platforms collect information, not just what you say, but a lot more other things, because they sit on the phones which you carry around all the time. So if you are conscious about privacy, if you're conscious about other things, it is very important to be self-educated on what all data get collected, and that's how you see a lot of interesting targeted ads, even though things which you don't write about.